Good YouTube family, thank you so much for coming back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to give you five of my best content ideas if you want to grow on LinkedIn in 2023. So if that's your kind of goal this year, then stick around because this is the video for you. So let's jump straight into it. Let's not fluff around. Let's not tell you that you have to subscribe and like and comment before we do anything. It's all about point number one. Now, number one is, of course, video. It is the most consumed content type on planet Earth. And guess what? LinkedIn absolutely loves it, just like most other platforms. And the reason for this is because it engages the audience. If you can engage an audience, it means they hang around on the platform for longer. And guess what platforms like? People that hang around for longer. So if you are happy and comfortable to put yourself on camera and get video content out onto your LinkedIn profile, it is the quickest and most scalable way of generating income, of generating leads, of building your personal brand, on building authority and growing on LinkedIn in 2023. Now, a lot of people out there will be saying, but Jacob, I just don't feel confident enough to put myself on camera. Now, that is a big challenge that I help people with all the time, and I've got a free resource for you. So down in the description, there is a free ebook all about how to build confidence on camera to help you grow on social media. Totally free, unless you want to pay for it. You can. There's an option there that you can pay for it, but I offer it for free. Okay, so you can click £0 and then you can have it. So that's something for you. Video is the absolute king and queen of social content. You're watching video right now. It's the most consumed content type on planet Earth, and LinkedIn loves it. So if you want to grow on LinkedIn in 2023, try your best to put out valuable, value-driven, not salesy, value-driven content via video. And number two is absolutely underutilized, yet so powerful and so valuable, and that is slides or carousels, whichever you want to call it. Now, slides are, one, very easy to make. You can go on Canva, link in the description, and you can select the slides template, take one of those templates and just change it to your audience, the pain points your particular target demographic are experiencing, and bring them value, bring them tips, bring them advice on how to overcome those things. That is super easy to do. But the reason why it will help you grow on LinkedIn in 2023 is the fact that, once again, they stop people in the feed. But as you're able to provide people with so much value through the slides and they are scrolling, it builds up your authority as that person that they could know and understands this pain point. Because if you're giving them advice, if you're giving them tips, if you're giving them guidance on something, and they're swiping through and every swipe they're doing is they're gaining more value from you, they're starting to go, do you know what, this person really knows what they're talking about. And that, if they have your particular pain point that you are addressing in what your company does or what you coach people in or whatever it is that you do, they are inevitably going to go, well, this person clearly knows how to deal with my pain point, so I'm going to go to them. Very good way of growing on LinkedIn. And kind of like with video, it holds people on the platform for longer because they are sat there, they are reading through, they are scrolling through your slides, gives LinkedIn more of an opportunity to sell ads to them. So ultimately, they're going to boost your posts further. So the second one is slides or carousels. A third one, still around trying to hook people and keep them on the platform and keeping their eyes on there longer, is static images. Now, some people could say, well, static images are a bit boring, they're a bit like 2020, man. However, they are still extremely powerful if you can do them right. And when I say do them right, what I mean is you need to think about how people interact. Now, they scroll through the feed, and your job is to stop the scroll. You've got to stop them in that feed and get them to look at what you're talking about. So the image is very important. People can post images and they kind of achieve nothing because they're just boring, they're dry, they don't add any context, they don't really catch your eyes. But you'll often see certain images that you go, whoa, and it catches you and you stop. Those are what you're aiming for. So if you haven't got any ideas for yourself, go through your feed and see what makes you stop. And you'll kind of start to get an idea of the content that maybe your target audience would resonate with, the things that might catch them and stop them in the feed. So they will then read the first line of your caption, and then you can draw them into the context, into the copy, to try and drive them towards your profile, which you will have, if you've watched any of my other videos, you'll know you should be setting up as almost like a landing page, which can then convert them into paying customers. So about growth, got to try and stop people in the feed. Use static images to do just that. And number four, now I really love this one, but it's kind of a bit of an unorthodox one. And it's kind of not really content itself, but something you can really utilize to grow on LinkedIn very quickly if you do it right. It's audio events. Now, audio events are powerful because you can essentially turn people that would be interested in attending the event. So you're already targeting the perfect audience for you, and the people that are going to be clicking yes, attend, you know that these people are interested in that thing that you're talking about. So let's say you're talking about about how to sell cars online, for example, which is one of the audio events I've done, I know that the people attending that are generally going to end up being general managers of dealerships, and they clearly express the fact by clicking attend to that event that they probably have that pain point, that they struggle to sell cars online. So as I'm not only building a nest there of people that I know have the pain point that I'm trying to address, I also now have the ability to influence them, so I can provide them with value. They get to hear me, they get to hear a bit of my personality. At the same time, I can put calls to action in there. I can tell them a bit about me and what I offer, whilst also providing them enough value that it builds up my authority in that field. So it's kind of not content itself, but if you are confident enough to just speak then and kind of do almost like a live podcast, a kind of audio webinar, absolutely take the chance on audio events. And finally, now these have been around for forever and a day, but they're still really valuable, is articles. Now, most of you here will have signed up to some kind of newsletter. You'll probably be receiving newsletters in your emails all the time. Now, you can kind of make articles on LinkedIn your newsletter. The best way to do this is do them consistently. Provide enough value. You'll get a running theme here. It's value. We never try to sell. We always try to bring value, because ultimately you cannot sell to anyone. People will not be sold to. The only way you can sell something is if you convince people or bring enough value into something that they want to buy what you sell. And articles are a great way to do this. Provide enough value, create it consistently, and it almost kind of turns into this newsletter which people will start signing up to. Again, you're getting people to almost sign up to something so you can see that they are the right people for you. If they're signing up to your articles and they're always viewing and engaging with your consistent articles, you know that these people have this particular pain point, and then you can speak to them, you can outreach to them, you can kind of generate that income through that means. So as a growth perspective on LinkedIn, it is a slower burn. It's not the most popular. I would always advise video over articles, but as a long-term thing and people that don't feel comfortable posting lots of content, articles are a great way to build up authority in a space. So that's it. Those are my top 5 current ways to grow on LinkedIn through your content. And if you enjoyed this, please do consider subscribing. Most people save this to the end, so I'm just going to get it out of the way now. Do comment and let me know what you'd like to see in future videos if you found this valuable. Do check out the links in the description. Like I say, there's a free order event, there's links to Canva, loads of different stuff. So do check that out, and I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much, and I'll catch you in another video.